Do you ever feel like you're the only sane person in a world full of walking red flags and emotional landmines? Like everyone's just waiting to trigger you? Well, here's a wild idea. What if you could walk through that chaos completely unbothered? Like Jedi force field levels of unbothered. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stay calm when people test you, shut down petty drama, and move through life with emotional teflon. These aren't vague affirmations. These are 10 mindset weapons that'll make people wonder if you've gone full monk or just stopped giving a damn. Mindset weapon 1, the calm assassin rule. Ever read a text that made you grip your phone like it owed you money? Or sat in a meeting while someone casually disrespected your entire existence, but you still smiled like a hostage at a corporate retreat? Welcome to the war zone called daily life. Now meet your upgrade, the calm assassin. This isn't about being nice. It's about being untouchable. You stop reacting first. No flinching, no scrambling to defend your vibe. You breathe, go still, and let their nonsense echo into the silence. That silence, that's dominance. The calm assassin doesn't yell. Don't overshare. They just give that slow blink like, you done? It's unsettling, because most people expect a reaction. When they don't get one, they spiral while you sip your coffee like it's a damn performance review. Stillness is a power move. You're not frozen, you're loaded. Say less, watch more. That's how you go from easy to provoke to unreadable and unbothered. Mindset weapon 2, NPC energy detector. Some people don't talk to you, they just offload static. You say, hey, they hit you with a 5-minute rant about their barista spelling their name wrong. Again, and halfway through you realize, oh, this isn't a conversation. This is a broadcast, and I'm the unwilling audience. That's NPC energy. Real-life background characters stuck in loops, gossip, whining, passive-aggressive flexes. Talking to them feels like stepping in gum. You didn't see it coming, and now you're stuck, annoyed, and wondering how to escape without setting off alarms. Here's the move. Don't try to fix them. Don't argue. Just recognize the glitch. Smile like you care, nod like you're invested, and mentally dip out. These people want airtime, not insight. And your energy? That's a premium. Not everyone gets a sip. Protect your bandwidth like it's 3G in a basement. You only get so many bars. Don't waste them on folks buffering through life. Mindset weapon 3, trigger sniper. You ever go full rage monologue over something stupid, like someone breathing too loud or replying K? And 10 minutes later, you're like, wait, why did I go DEFCON 1 over that? That's not the problem. That's the tripwire. The bomb was buried years ago. Being a trigger sniper means clocking your internal explosives before someone else steps on them, or worse, uses them on purpose. Because some people don't just trigger you by accident, they test for them like emotional landmine hunters just to watch you go boom. Your job? Know your weak spots better than they do. If the phrase, you're too sensitive, makes your soul leave your body, cool, mark that. That's one of your coordinates. Clock it. Defuse it. So next time someone pokes that spot, you don't combust, you smirk. This isn't about being numb. It's about not letting emotionally bankrupt people make withdrawals from your nervous system. You want control? Sniper up. Mindset weapon 4, drama no-fly zone. Some people treat life like a reality show and they're just looking for cast members. The problem? If you're not careful, you get drafted. Suddenly, you're knee-deep in someone else's argument about who unfollowed who in 2017. Enter the drama no-fly zone. This is your invisible airport security line. No chaos, no gossip, no emotional carry-ons allowed. You hear something spicy? Smile, nod, and let it fly overhead. You are not the landing strip. Here's your script. Damn, that sounds rough. I hope it works out. Translation, I'm not boarding this mess. Say it with a straight face and watch how fast people stop offering you VIP seats on their dysfunction tour. Drama thrives on fuel, reactions, retweets, whispered alliances. You cut it off by refusing to play. Be unbothered like it's your full-time job. Quiet peace is louder than any group chat scandal. Mindset weapon 5, the laugh reflex. Here's a psychological cheat code. If you can laugh, they can't trap you. People will try to bait you, offend you, test your ego. But if you hit them with a smirk and a yo, that's wild, they don't know where to go next. It's like trying to fight a ghost wearing sunglasses. The laugh reflex isn't about being a clown, it's about weaponized detachment. You don't explode, you chuckle, you don't explain. You toss a one-liner and change the subject. You always have something to say. Yeah, it's my curse. End scene. No tension, no damage. Humor makes you slippery. You can't be cornered if you're too busy enjoying the absurdity. And when someone really tries to get under your skin, laugh louder. Nothing confuses an antagonist like joy they didn't cause. This isn't deflection, it's dominance. Because when you own the punchline, they stop throwing punches. Mindset Weapon 6. Emotional Timeout Protocol. Have you ever felt your chest tighten mid-convo, like someone just hit a button and now your brain's doing push-ups, your jaw clenched, and suddenly you're seconds from saying something deeply regrettable? Yeah, that's your sign. Time out now. The emotional timeout protocol isn't about quitting. It's about not giving people front row seats to your unraveling. You feel the surge? You vanish smooth. Gonna grab some water. Need to check on something. Back in a sec. That's your emotional smoke bomb. It's not weakness, it's control. Because if you stay in that heat too long, you stop thinking and start reacting. That's how you end up texting novels, voice noting like you're in a courtroom, or rewriting your entire vibe over one dumb interaction. Your brain needs space to reboot, so step out, breathe, reset. Then come back like nothing happened, calm, composed, dangerous again. Mindset Weapon 7. Power Statement Inventory. Have you ever walked away from an argument and thought of the perfect comeback 3 hours later? Yeah, congratulations. You're emotionally fluent, in slow motion. That's why you need a power statement inventory. Preloaded lines, verbal exits, strategic silence with subtitles. This isn't about being fake. It's about being prepared. Think of it like emotional pepper spray. You don't want to use it, but when needed, it hits hard. Like when someone hits you with a condescending relax, and you say, I am relaxed, just allergic to nonsense. Your inventory should include polite shutdowns, sarcastic dodges, and say less one-liners. Because in tense moments, your brain is on fire. You need shortcuts, not TED Talks. And the best part? When you deliver one of these lines with zero emotion, just pure bored precision, they'll either shut up or spiral. Either way, you win without raising your voice. Mindset Weapon. 8. Control the frame. You ever notice how some people say the wildest stuff, but with just enough confidence that others nod along like it's gospel? That's not wisdom, that's framing. And if you don't control the frame, you get dragged into theirs, and suddenly you're explaining yourself like you're on trial for a crime you didn't commit. Frame control is simple. Whoever defines the vibe wins the room. Someone calls you too quiet? You don't defend, you reframe. I only talk when it matters. Boom. Instant flip. Someone says you're being too sensitive? Hit them back with, or maybe you're not sensitive enough. Let them squirm. It's not about arguing, it's about narrative dominance. You're not reacting, you're rewriting. With tone, with timing, with calm, borderline smug delivery. Because the loudest voice isn't always right, but the one with the best frame, that's who people follow. Mindset Weapon 9. Vibe Insurance. You know that feeling when you're doing just fine, until one conversation drains you like your soul caught a virus? That's not a coincidence, that's poor vibe insurance. And if you don't upgrade your policy, emotional freeloaders will bankrupt your whole mood. Vibe insurance means you don't let just anyone sit in your mental living room with muddy shoes. They can smile, they can be charming. Doesn't matter. If your gut says, something's off, that's your red flag waving like it's in a halftime show. You don't owe everyone access. Not your time, not your story, not your energy. Being selective isn't rude, it's self-defense. Say it with me. I don't do vibes that feel like unpaid internships. So protect your peace like it's got a PIN code. Because the wrong person with enough access doesn't just ruin your day, they reroute your whole week. Lock the door. Let fewer people in. Mindset weapon 10, the unbothered exit. Most people don't know how to leave. They either ghost like a teenager dodging chores or over explain like they're applying for a leave of absence from a toxic friendship. But you exit like the room's lucky you showed up at all. The unbothered exit is smooth, surgical, and leaves no emotional debris. No guilt, no lingering tension, just a clean fade like, all right, I'm out. Be well. Translation: I don't need drama, I need air. Here's the key: don't overstay. Don't argue. Don't promise to catch up soon if you know you'd rather wrestle a cactus. Just tap out with dignity. Your time is a flex. When you leave with intention, people notice, especially the ones who didn't think you'd ever stop entertaining their nonsense. Unbothered isn't cold, it's clarity, and once you master the exit, every interaction becomes a choice, not a trap.